Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our second annual Water and Environmental Sustainability Symposium, sponsored by the Confucius Institute here at Colorado State University, in conjunction with our Hydrology Days event, which is an event we've been doing for, I think, almost 40 years at Colorado State University. And want to acknowledge Jorge Ramirez, who is the chair of Hydrology Days, for working with us on this session. And I also want to acknowledge Glenn Patterson for being our organizer. Glenn, thank you for doing the details on getting this together. So we've already changed the order of the speakers in the program, and I'll be trying to herd the traffic and keep you all on time today. We have a lot of really interesting talks, I think. This is a great opportunity for us at CSU to learn more about what our colleagues in China are doing, as well as for them to dialogue with us and get our perspective on some of these issues as well. So an opportunity to learn together, and then I think also an opportunity for us to think about collaborations. And so we have several faculty here from Hunan University in China. We're very pleased to have them. We have a special guest from Memphis University. Very pleased to have Dr. Kung as well. And so we'll see how we move through this afternoon. I'm not going to say a whole lot by way of introduction because I want to bring my colleague Jim Cooney up here, who's not on the program, but I think we really need to hear from Jim. Jim is our Vice Provost for International Affairs at Colorado State University and handles really all of our international programs and collaborations. And so I want to ask Jim to come up and welcome our guests and set the stage. So Jim, thank you. Welcome, Jim, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to be very brief. I presume that Wei Gao is also going to say some words as well. I want to be brief. We just had lunch with all of our colleagues from Hunan University. That gave me an opportunity to explain what I want to say to you very briefly. That is, we from Colorado State University have been going to Hunan University, to Changsha in Hunan Province, every year since 2009. We love going to Changsha. I think we've seen all the sightseeing areas there, but we've worked with so many professors, and the opportunity for us to bring such a distinguished delegation now is particularly important. The one thing that I wanted to share with you is something that I was reading this morning. Last week, there was a lot of coverage in the American newspapers, I'm sure in the Chinese newspapers as well. The president of Harvard University, a woman named Drew Faust, was in China. She had a personal meeting with Xi Jinping, and then she gave a major speech at Tsinghua University. So I wrote to Wei Gao, he's a professor here at the university, also our associate provost for China programs, and I said to Wei Gao, why don't you arrange meetings with Xi Jinping for me? So Wei said, as soon as Colorado State University is as famous as Harvard University, I'll get you a meeting with Xi Jinping.
Another thing I said, if you can accept Xi Jinping, if he had another daughter to come to CSU, it's fine.
Okay. But it was interesting, and I think you should read about the visit. It was an important visit for U.S.-China cooperation. And what the president of Harvard, Drew Faust, did was she talked about the role of education and she talked about the role of partnerships. She said there are three important things, and I'm going to look at her notes with this too. There are three important things about the relationship between China and the United States, between the universities. The first is to have university partnerships. And I thought, that's perfect, because what do we do best here at Colorado State University for internationalization? We have established these partnerships with really world-class universities like Hunan University. When she spoke about partnerships, she said, we have to recognize we breathe the same air, we drink the same water. I thought I should invite her to come to this symposium this afternoon. So her first point was to focus on partnerships. Her second point was the importance of research, and she used a Chinese phrase which was, learning has no boundaries, and she talked about that. But I thought with partnerships, with research, that's really what we're trying to achieve here at Colorado State University, and one of the best examples we have for that is the partnership with Hunan University. Just my last point is her third point that she emphasized was the role of training students to be curious in pursuit of large challenges. Well, that's why we also are happy to welcome Chinese students here at the university as well. So I thought, even though the president of Harvard was not wearing a Colorado State University sweatshirt or sweater when she was there, she did a good job of representing us. So I want to thank her, but most of all, I want to thank everyone from Hunan University for this close collaboration, for this friendship, for this partnership that we know is going to continue for many years in the future. Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. Thank you, Jim. And so now I want to invite up my colleague, Dr. Gao Wei, who is, as Jim said, our Associate Vice Provost for China Affairs at Colorado State University.
Thank you, Reagan. Well, you know, I think during the lunch I said a lot, and I don't want to waste much of time. I just want to repeat what Jim just now said. The president first said, you know, learning is no boundaries. Actually, in Chinese, we all know 学无止境, right? That's really is all the way about, doesn't matter student or scientist or professors. We should do that as well. And I know, you know, Harry actually emailed to a student of Hunan University, but now, you know, today is Wednesday and they have classes. I don't think many people from Hunan University who could come, you know, to this workshop. But I just want to express again, you know, sincere thanks for the group of scientists from Hunan University, and also Professor Cooney from University of Memphis. He's also director of a Confucius Institute over there. And I think I will leave time to you to give your speech and communicate with the CSU faculty members. I think John is going to report what we did last year in China on the water effort as well. Thank you again for Reagan. He is so instrumental to this effort. And number one, he's willing to include the Confucius Institute water environment effort to his whole water effort at CSU. Number two, he considered this is an important addition to his hydrology days. Number three, he visited China last year. We think he will continue to visit. He has 2 hats already to work with ECNU and CCNU as a leader, scientist, and the director of the Joint Research Centers. Thank you, Reagan.